What's wrong with me? What's my problem? How come I'm not happy? Why don't the same things bring me joy anymore? Why do I not have a zest for life? Why am I tired? Why do I feel sick? If you feel any of these things, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my channel. I say this with love 33. Thank you for visiting. If this is your first time here, give it a listen. See if something feels right for you. See if it resonates. In this space, I want you to discern what feels good and what doesn't, what feels right for you, what doesn't. I offer you and share my true, raw, authentic stories of my life, my wisdom, my knowledge to offer love and light and peace out into the world. If it feels good to you, go with it. If it doesn't, just leave it behind. That's okay. So I want to get started and I want to share this story because there came a point in my life where I had all these feelings and I asked myself daily, what's wrong with me? And why did I ask myself what's wrong with me? Let's push into that. Why did I feel like there was something wrong with me? Because the same things that I had co-created in my life weren't bringing me contentment and peace and joy anymore. Why did I feel that something was wrong with me? Because of conditioning, because of being that person that is so hard on ourselves and everything else is fine out there, so it's got to be me. I've got to be the one that's wrong. Well, I would like to share with you that maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you don't feel happy anymore because you've evolved. As we evolve each day in our life, and sometimes that path is a little bit tougher and things that don't bring us contentment and happiness and joy anymore aren't in alignment with us. So they're starting to fall back and you're feeling the effects from that. Me personally, I never allowed myself to feel. As I've mentioned before, the first 54 years of my life, I did not allow myself to feel. I shut everything down. I didn't feel. I didn't share my voice. I didn't think I mattered. I didn't think that I had anything to offer into conversation, into a space. I didn't feel worthy. The only way that I felt worthy or confident if I was doing things for people, people pleasing, overgiving, overstepping my boundaries, not allowing people to go through their things that they need to evolve. And I know that now, but I didn't know that then. So we're always learning in life. But if you're having these feelings and you're in a place in your life, and I'm going to speak from the female point of view, obviously, because I'm a female, I got to this space and I would say probably somewhere around my early 40s, I started to feel this way. And I would think, oh gosh, I don't feel the same way that I did, or I don't think that's funny anymore, or why don't I want to do the same things that I used to do? And I didn't allow myself to push into that and feel why. I just pushed it down and said, shut up, Lee, you're fine. Just keep going. This is life. This is what you signed up for. Just stop it. So I did. And if you're not feeling happiness, if you're not feeling contentment, if you're not feeling joy in your days, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling like you just want to sleep, like you can't get yourself out of this fog of what the fuck? What happened? Who am I? What's wrong with me? What's going on? I'm going to offer you love and compassion because I've been there. That's a very heavy space to be in. And for me personally, it was my soul trying to wake me up and I was still in the process of learning lessons. And it was also that space of hormonal imbalance at that age of my life. So you might be on that path of coming into hormonal imbalance or perimenopause or menopause. And hormonal imbalances are hard and it's tough to get through. And in this lifestyle that we lead here in America, Everything we eat, everything we breathe, everything we digest, everything we see, all the energies around us, perhaps the lack of love and commitment and connection with others or our spouse aren't there. Perhaps you're not content and your soul is trying to wake you up saying, we need to make some changes. This isn't good. This isn't healthy. This isn't on your path to become your highest self. And so what I would like to offer is to, if you're feeling any of these things that I have mentioned, that's okay. That's okay. If you don't feel them, that's okay. That's beautiful. But if you do, and you're feeling guilt, perhaps you're feeling shame and fear out of these feelings because things are different now than they used to be, and you don't know what now is supposed to feel like. You only know what things used to feel like. That's okay. And I will say to just stop and take a breath. Start to journal your feelings. Start to journal your thoughts of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's bringing you discontentment and not a fulfillment. What is making you feel that you are just living like a robot in your daily life? You're busy, you're working, you're being a parent, you're being a caretaker, you're being a pet sitter, you're being the house cleaner, you're being all the things to everybody except yourself. And I can say this from my own experience, and I do say this with love. If you don't take care of yourself and offer yourself love and grace, you can't take care of anybody else. And as I've mentioned before, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If your inner world is feeling dead and heavy and unhappy and sick and tired, that's exuding in your outer world. And people can feel that and people can see that. And although you might be putting on your beautiful face and your smile, oh yeah, everything's fine, like I did for all those years, oy vey. Everybody knows it, like they can feel it and sense it. The only one who you think you're fooling is you. And that's a hard space to be. But just know that we all come to a space in our life where we don't feel content, happy, things are changing. I'm not the same person. The same things don't make me happy. I don't know what happened to my life. I don't know what happened to the old me. Well, you are not the old you. Every day, actually every minute of every day, we are evolving. We're not the same as we were before. And even though we might try to push that back and hold that space of time, nope, I'm not changing. I am the same person I always have been. No, you're not. No, you're not. And maybe your inner self, your intuition, your gut, your soul is speaking to you and sending you messages and signals. But I do know this from experience, and I do say this with love. We need to sit in quietness, in stillness. And that's not an easy thing to do. A lot of us are not comfortable sitting with ourselves, sitting into our thoughts and our feelings. Most of us live up in our head and out of our heart. And I want to bring the awareness to come back to our hearts, to feel, to step out of our minds. Because we think, since we're not feeling all the feelings that we used to feel, so we automatically think, something's wrong with me, I'm fucked up. What did I do? What's wrong? Well, you know what? Nothing is wrong. You're evolving. It's okay. And if you are afraid to push into your future and like what might happen if you keep continuing to grow and evolve and learn how to flow with life and where it's taking you and where your feelings are guiding you, and sitting in silence and in stillness long enough to feel those feelings down in that solar plexus in your gut, you are going to feel lightness if you allow yourself to do that. And like everything in life that I have mentioned before, everything is a choice. We have a choice to feel like we want to step into fulfillment again, to find joy again, to find peace, to find love for ourselves. Because most of us lose that. Some of us have way too much love for ourselves and nobody else matters. But in my case, and a lot of people I know, we don't have the love for ourselves, the unconditional love. We have attachments. And that's when we might love ourselves. The attachments being, when I get skinny enough, I'll be happy and I'll love myself. If I can make the right food and get this recipe correct, I'll love myself and I'll be happy. If I can fit into those pair of jeans, I'll be happy. If I can reach this amount of money in my career, I'll be happy. If I can find the man of my dreams to fulfill me and make me complete, I'll be happy. If I can find any external source out there, out of myself, I will be happy. Okay, so I want to say this with love. That is not the truth. That is false. Nothing out there in that external world is going to bring back or bring any happiness, joy, peace, contentment, fulfillment, unconditional love. No matter how skinny, how rich, how hungry, how fulfilled, like whatever it is that you think is going to bring you all that back to what you once had, say this with love, it's bullshit. It's not gonna be a long-term feeling. It might be there for a minute or a day, possibly even a few weeks, but it's not gonna stay. Because if you can allow yourself to stop and breathe and feel into those feelings of, why do I not feel the same anymore? Why do I not like this person anymore? Why do I not feel content in my body? Why do I just feel like blah? Sit with yourself. Feel into that. Allow feelings to come up. Try to quiet your mind in this moment. That's going to help. It's hard. Your mind will never be able to shut down. But if you can try to just slow down the thoughts and quiet your mind and open your heart and feel into it, I promise that's going to bring you answers. When you can sit in stillness, meditation, going into yoga, moving meditation, stepping out of our heads and stepping into our heart, that is going to bring peace. That's going to bring answers. That's going to bring answers that you might not be ready to hear. And you might just push them back down. When I got to the space in my life where I was completely broken and unhappy, and I asked myself for a lot of years, what's wrong with you? Like, what happened? Why don't you like this anymore? And why do you not care about your house? And why do you not care about the meals? And why do you not care about yourself? And why do you not care about anything anymore? And a little side note, a little joke, like I was in a space in my life back in my 40s where my motto was like, who fucking cares? Like, because I didn't care. I lost the ability to care because I was so deep in brokenness, discontentment. I did not like myself. I did not like my relationship. I did not like the space I was in. And you know, and I'll say from like my past videos and having closed chakras, and my throat chakra was closed and my heart chakra was closed, those were like starting to like flutter around, and the electrical currents inside were starting to try to wake me up. But I, as stubborn as I am and take a long time to learn lessons, said, nope, I got it. Let's keep going. I got a lot more years under my belt to learn a lot of hard lessons. So, as most of us do, I pushed it down. I didn't allow myself to realize that things weren't in alignment with me anymore, that I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. It's part of the process. It's learning, it's evolving, it's accepting, it's detaching from any attachments that I have had of who I'm supposed to be. How am I supposed to be as a wife? How am I supposed to be as a mom? How am I supposed to be as Leanne? How am I supposed to be as a pillar of the community? How am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to look from the outside in? When from the outside in, I created that space like a lot of you do. Oh, everything's fine. I'm great. My hair's brushed. My teeth are clean. I'm great. And inside you're just like, oh, I just want to go home and crawl into bed in my pajamas and put the covers over my head and maybe eat some cookies and ice cream. That's where I was. And if you're there, I offer you love and compassion and peace and the knowledge and the wisdom that I have gained through my process. Maybe what I have to say can help you too. What helped me shift this was, honestly, yoga and learning how to sit in stillness and in silence and relearn who I am, and that it's okay if I'm not in a happy space right now. That's okay, just allow, because that unhappy space won't last forever. It's temporary. Everything's temporary. And I was able to learn and understand and feel that everything happens for a reason. And the reason is lessons. And everything that's happening, whether it's hard, easy, good, bad, devastating, traumatic, or enlightening, it's all a lesson. And what we choose to do with those lessons and how we stay on that journey to get to that final destination is the golden nugget. And we are supposed to enjoy that journey. And for me, and learning that helped to shift me from realizing I'm unhappy, it's okay. I don't like anything in my life, that's okay. I can make the changes. I have the power within me to make the changes. Now, that didn't come overnight. That took me a minute to get to understand and to feel the power from within. And it started off small, and I'll make another video about all the little things that I went through step by step as a 54-year-old adult woman who was a grandma. So you would think I've got it all going on and I know everything in the world, but boy, I was like a little kid inside a woman's body. So now let's push into that. That takes us back to the wounded inner child, as I've spoken about in multiple videos. So when I was able to go in and know that and learn that and heal my inner child and find the strength within and learn how to do things that we take for granted, or some people would sit here and think, well, God, she's a 54-year-old woman. Why was it so hard for her to go get on her own phone plan, or to say something to her husband, or to speak her voice? Well, because I had given my power and my voice away. And when you live like that for 54 years and you live in the state of fight or flight for your whole life, and your nervous system is like this your whole life, and basically just about every day you're like a cat in the ceiling, like just waiting for the badness to come and everything to happen to you. Oh, that's so heavy. That's where I was. And I know there's so many of you out there. And I want to bring to you the awareness that you're not alone. I've been there. Like, we are all mirrors of each other. There's nothing wrong with you. You are love and you are light and you are a beautiful soul here on this earth, as we all are. We are all one, connected with God, source, universe, whatever you believe. But we are here learning lessons and peeling through those layers of each lesson. Hard lessons, easy lessons, traumatic lessons, not traumatic lessons. You know, there's polarity in everything. And I've always been a firm believer, and I've always kind of said this, like I always saw the glass half full. And in every situation And every traumatic story, there's always something good within it. And people used to say to me, you're nuts. Like, you're always just like thinking the best about everything. And now that I'm in this space in my life and know who I am and have come back to myself, I can look back and remember all the instances where I had those feelings and I said something, and all the like positive, like there's always a good story, or like there's always something good that comes out of something bad. And I realized, dang, like, that's a gift. Like, that's a part of me that is special, that I actually was like, it was unactivated. And now at this space of my life, it's activated. And I love it because here we go. It's like part of the mindset. And that's a shift. When I was able to shift my mindset from like, I'm not happy, there's something wrong with me, what the hell did I do to my life? I'm so stupid, I fucked everything up. Like, what did I do? I'm losing my marriage, and I'm breaking up all my family and my house, and now I have to find this, and how am I going to do it, and how am I going to live, and where's the money coming from, and what am I going to do with my kids, and what is everybody going to think about me? It's like, oy vey. Just shut all that down and out, because there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfectly where you're supposed to be, and everything happens in divine timing. So if something hasn't happened for you yet, relax, take a breath, go with the flow. If something has happened and you don't like the outcome, well, know that what your expected attachment was to that outcome wasn't for your highest self. So God, source, universe, whatever you believe, has something else in line for you. Because anything with God is always good. Source, universe, it's good. If it's good, it's God. And if you feel like there's something you need or you want and it's not working out for you, well, that's okay. Maybe there's something better. Just flow with life, breathe into it. I understand that I felt very broken and I felt very wounded 4 years ago. And I'm here to offer you guys my story, my wisdom, my knowledge, that if you're going through this, there's hope, there's light. You can make a difference because everything you need is within. If you want to leave a comment and ask me a question, please do. I will respond to you. I'm going to wrap this up today. Thank you for being here and visiting. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I say all this with love because these are tough life lessons, tough life situations, things that we deal with as humans every day. And you're not alone. We're all mirrors of each other. You're here, and your birthright is to feel love, peace, and joy. So you have the choice. You can push into it, heal things, feel things, go find it, or you can stay where you are. You can stay stuck because that's where you're content. And your nervous system and your ego are always going to be like, nope, stay here. We're not trying anything different. We know we're not happy and we know we don't feel good, but that over there is, we don't know about that. So we're just going to stay here because we already know. We've survived it this long. Stop. Shut down that ego. Quiet that mind. Open your heart and feel into your intuition. I do say all this with love. Thank you for being here. Namaste.